All right, let's just jump right into this explainer. When we walk into a massive big box store or honestly just click buy now on a slick website, it's super easy to feel like, well, just a tiny drop in this massive economic ocean. But here's the real truth. The entire economy, it literally revolves around one core entity, and that's you. So today, we're going to unpack the rights that actually protect you and hopefully transform you from a passive buyer into a seriously powerful participant in the market.
Let's kick things off with this absolutely incredible philosophy from Mahatma Gandhi. He basically reminds us that, as a consumer, you are never just an interruption to a business. You are literally the undisputed purpose of it. Think about it. Businesses undertake all their production and manufacturing simply to give you maximum satisfaction. Without you sparking that demand, the whole modern marketing world just ceases to exist. You're the VIP.
But before we get into the nitty-gritty of your actual protections, let's just nail down our baseline term right here, the word consumer. It actually comes from the Latin word consumere, which simply meant to eat or drink. Kind of a fun fact, right? But today, it's evolved. Now it means anyone who buys goods or hires services for a consideration, which is really just a formal way of saying something paid or promised. So whether you're buying basic food grains at the market or using the services of a massive global bank or a hospital, you are actively participating in this dynamic ecosystem. You are the consumer.
So here's our quick roadmap for today. First, we'll cover the right to safety, then information and choice. Third is voice and redressal, and finally, education and environment. Starting off with Section 1, the right to safety. Now, the story of your modern rights actually starts with a pretty historic moment. The foundation was officially laid down by U.S. President John F. Kennedy way back on March 15, 1962. And because of that specific declaration, we actually celebrate World Consumer Rights Day on March 15th every single year. It's basically a global reminder that your physical safety and your well-being, they absolutely have to be a business's top priority, not just some afterthought.
Picture this. You're safely unboxing a brand new electric water heater you just bought. Your right to safety is what actively protects you against products or even production processes that are hazardous to your health or your life. You are guaranteed full safety, and the cool thing is, you can visually verify it. Just look for those official government-mandated quality control stamps glowing right on the side of the box. We're talking about ISI for industrial items, AgeMark for agricultural products, BIS, or a hallmark. If it's there, you have that guarantee.
Moving right along to Section 2, information and choice.
Okay, so when you step into a supermarket aisle and inspect a package box, your right to information guarantees that you get exact, completely adequate details before you ever spend a dime. You have the absolute right to look at data panels showing the exact price, the batch number, manufacturer details, and exactly when it was made and when it expires. You shouldn't have to play guessing games. Then, armed with all that info, your right to choose kicks in. This ensures you have the total freedom to just seamlessly sweep past a whole line of competitive options. It doesn't matter if it's fast-moving consumer goods, your phone plan, or your bank, you get to select what fits your exact needs and your purchasing capacity. Sellers absolutely cannot compel you to buy a specific product, which beautifully ensures a healthy free market economy.
Next up, Section 3, voice and redressal.
But let's be real for a second. What happens when things go sideways? Say a conflict pops up between you and a seller. Well, you have the right to be heard. This means every single business organization is required to listen to and actually solve your complaints. If you buy a product and it completely fails, you aren't powerless. And honestly, modern tech has completely supercharged this right. Consumers can now easily voice their grievances through totally convenient online portals and mobile apps. Your voice matters, and the law guarantees you have a platform to use it.
It's not enough to just complain, though, right? You deserve a fair settlement. Enter the Consumer Protection Act of 2019, which plugs you into this highly structured, three-tiered dispute system. It's kind of like a ladder. You start at the district commission, you can escalate up to the state commission, and for massive claims, you can go all the way to the national commission. This whole setup is specifically designed for the simple, speedy, and inexpensive settlement of your claims. Whether you need your defective item repaired, replaced, or just completely compensated, this legal machinery is built from the ground up to enforce justice for you.
And our final stop, Section 4, education and environment.
Let's zoom out a bit, from your own personal purchases to the wider society right outside your window. Have you ever seen that famous media broadcast, Jago Grehek Jago? It literally translates to, "Wake up consumer, wake up." And this perfectly represents your right to consumer education.
Every single consumer has the right to know about all these protections we're talking about today, because an aware consumer is one who makes rational choices and stays protected from unscrupulous businessmen. This education is actively championed by the government, the media, and various NGOs, all trying to make sure you are fully awake to your own market power.
Furthermore, your rights definitely don't stop at your front door. You also hold the incredibly powerful right to a healthy environment. Seriously, picture yourself pointing out your window at some negligent, polluting enterprise. This right gives you the legal power to demand immediate cleanup action against pollution-causing businesses. You are legally entitled to demand a clean, healthy, and pollution-free lifestyle, not just for us today, but for future generations too.
So, taking all of this in, from JFK's historic safety declaration to your absolute freedom to choose, to that three-tier system ready to defend you, and your right to a clean world, ask yourself this the next time you step into a store or click buy online. Are you just a passive buyer? Or are you a rational, empowered citizen? Take these rights and navigate the market with total confidence. But consider this as we wrap up. As our shopping shifts increasingly into virtual worlds driven by AI algorithms, how will these fundamental rights need to evolve next to protect you tomorrow? Think about it. Keep asking questions and stay empowered.